It's ex-army. So starting at the front, everything's pretty stock standard. I've got just a winch on the front. Got the tool plate up here. Tools are off it at the moment. Coming around the side, this is just a toolbox. Basically just keep a jack and some spare parts. Got the same thing on the other side, which is, I'll show you the size of it. So I just keep some firewood, you know, hose, filter. That's a third battery. On the back, I've got a water tank, empty at the moment. It's about 36 litres. I've got a long range fuel tank in it as well, which is tucked up under here. So I get about 1100, 1200 Ks. Go in the back. So this is the bed here. It folds out to a double bed when I want it. And then I've got 4 drawers in, just for extra storage. Underneath here, can't see, but that in there goes along the whole way. Put guns in there or whatever you want. So more storage here. That's where you fill the water tank in under there. Normally keep like coffee and things. A drawer here, more food. Keep big fridge or freezer. Normally just keep it as a fridge and set for the long trips. This is how I cook. I'll boil water in here in the morning to make a coffee, but generally I'll put it up here on the bench to cook, or just take it out the back, take it outside usually. It's just good, convenient there, out of the way when I'm travelling. Hasn't fallen out on any tracks yet. So basically here is just, you know, that's where I keep cutlery. And this is usually the food pantry. Then all of my pots and stuff go in this one. Underneath, just at the moment, I've got this dodgy plastic thing which is going to be replaced. That's just a drawer. That's where I keep my clothes. Under here, around the corner, if you can see it around there, which I can't get to that easily, I keep, there's like a basket in there. I'll see if I can get it out actually. Just keep things that I don't normally use that often. Oh, I think it's actually empty at the moment. Just like, if you can see, just a normal basket. There's a thing in the bottom to stop things falling through. That slides out. But it's actually empty at the moment. Get that out of the way. Yeah, so under the fridge here in the corner, this is just where the power supply is at the moment. Yeah, so I just built this, got a couple of Anderson plugs. The fridge is plugged into here at the moment, which it's going to be plugged into the Anderson plug when I make up a cable. This is just my lights at the moment, which is basically just the switch here and that LED lights up. This is all insulated, so this will get covered eventually. In here, if you can see, I don't know, I use it to press this button here. I can turn on my 2000 watt inverter, which is powered straight into here, so I can pretty much run anything I want to. I've had kettles running, but it just gets too bulky in the way. It uses a lot of power. Yeah, you can run anything, but yeah, I only turn that on when I need it. And this is, it seems a bit weird being under that, but it's actually quite safe. It's been tested time and again. There's no heat that is actually going to get under there, so, and it's rarely used in here. It's basically just a storage area, and I just put this tin or metal plate here, which I just glued to a piece of ply, just to reflect the heat, stop the heat getting into the fridge or anything. On this side it doesn't matter, it doesn't get hot there at all. As I said, I just boil water once a day, probably in the mornings. Just saves me setting everything up, and that just pops in there and done. What else? Yeah, I keep fire extinguisher at the back here. A knife, always use that. This, I already opened this, but yeah, I just got like, keep my spices there. The pot's in the bottom. And in the front, actually, under the passenger seat is a DC to DC charger and another battery. So that battery I showed you on the outside is just, I just put that in if I feel like I'm going to use power. I don't always have that battery, and that just plugs in straight through an Anderson plug. Yeah, if I think I'm going to need it, like for now it's in there, but I use it for other things as well. And I've got just a solar blanket in this bag here, which I'll just sit on the bonnet usually when I camp up and just let that, plug that straight in. In the front you've got, it's pretty basic. So the guy before me put this CD player, which kind of annoyed me because he took the original, like the light dimming or the tactical stuff to keep it original, which I'll probably get a plate and put that back in and tuck the CD player in somewhere else. I've got just this old school, I'm sort of stuck in the back here, this old school CB radio. It's just plugged in like that for the moment because I'm planning to get one that actually hides away under the dash, so you just got the handle with all the controls and the screen. So it's like, yeah, it'll be like that until I get one of those. I keep in the front generally just, the main things are these tire deflators, which you need, or you don't need them, but they're easy. They're all set, so you just put them on, your tires are down straight away when you're going off-roading. What's that? Deck of cards. Honestly, I've had that in here since I've had the vehicle and I've never used them. Yeah, that's pretty much the vehicle. I've got the option to hook up all my switches, so if I get eventually, you know, that light in there might have a switch hook straight to here. Outside lights I'll have hooked up on the roof rack when I get one, so just everything can just be straight here, all in one place. Super easy. None of those are really being used at the moment. Yeah, so this bed's pretty comfy for, that's just that stupid drawer, for me and the dog. Normally, yeah, only if the missus is around I'll pull this out, so I've got a bit extra, which is, you know, I'd love to have actually a alley cab roof or something. I'd still keep this bed for, you know, stealth camping and all that, but when I'm with the missus, or, you know, even the dog, sometimes it'd be good to just be up there in better weather. And yeah, that's basically it. This is basically how the vehicle is. I've lived in it. I'm not living in it at the moment, but I've lived in it like this. Worse than this. Actually, I had the bed when I first got it. What can you see? Yeah, I had it this high on here, and it came all the way back here. And I only had a little seat here, and it had a lot of storage underneath here, but it was bloody claustrophobic. If I've got a photo of it, which I'm not sure, but if I do, I'll put it up. You can have a look and have a laugh how it all started. This is probably like the third build of this car, and yeah, this is perfect for me. I put all these cupboards in, so nothing's screwed in. It's all just jammed in with zero tolerance, and nothing moves. So I've been off-road, been pretty wild. Well, not wild, but been on some bumpy tracks, and these haven't moved at all. The other day, this loose, I don't know, the screw came out or something. I've got to fix that, but that's no big deal. Yeah, so this vehicle, besides that CD player in the front, can revert back to original, basically. It wouldn't be hard to get one of those things made up. I've got all the parts to be wired up as well, and yeah, these tiny holes here is the only holes I've ever put in the car, and you know, that's nothing. That's just for the curtains. So those curtains have just been sewed up. This side hasn't been done yet, but this just sort of, I roll this up. I've got a couple of clamps at the moment, just holding that. 3 of those. Oh yeah, this, when I was on the coast, yeah, well, this is where I used to keep a couple of boards sometimes, just hanging off these. So 2, and this is just for another curtain when I sleep. That's sort of all you need to know. Like, I run internet in the car, so it's sort of always on. It's Telstra, so that way I will have a lot, you know, when I'm out in the bush or out in the desert, I have a lot more coverage. Costs a lot more, but so if you're not going out far, go with someone else. Yeah, that's about it. I kept this floor metal because it's just super easy to clean. I'll usually get the dog down here if she's wet. I'll put a towel down or something. So, like if we're traveling, but generally, like, she's all over the bed if she's clean. She'll just be anywhere really. Yeah, so that's my car.